Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. First of all, a little bit of housekeeping. I am going to be on Laurie's channel, The Way of Positive Change, on, well, it's my Thursday morning. I think it's your, in the US, Wednesday evening. Hopefully we've got our times right. So I won't be doing actually any individual readings on Thursday, because then it's straight into grandma duties for the rest of the day. Where do I want to start today? My goodness, there's an awful lot that is coming out. I'm just going to put it out there. I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of other readers, just flat out keeping abreast of everything. So I believe Hogarth has come out and said something along the lines, it's the beginning of the end. I actually think it's a little bit further along than that. I think this is the last act. A lot of you guys are pointing me at Rosie in regards to the treason, and I'm going to have to agree with that. I think it was midnight on the dot that I actually started listening to Susan Lynn's video from yesterday. Great video. I think I shared it in my post section. And I do catch Denise Knight's videos about the daily health, and she's been saying for a couple of days that the orange twerp was having some sort of emergency surgery. Yes, I might have to agree with that, but we'll get onto that in a moment. So there's a lot of really good readers out there that I just simply haven't had a chance to catch up and be over. So I do apologise, anyone that sent me an email this morning or last night, if I was a little bit brief in my replies. Love your emails. I don't have time to watch every hour-long video that you guys send me. And so a quick summary would be fabulous about the key point of that you want me to be aware of in any particular videos, and news items, please, in print media form, not email form, not YouTube video form. I do not have time to watch video after video after video. I just need the highlights. However, that being said, I did watch the first bit of Keith Edwards, and I've popped that in my post section. And there's a couple of things that I want to have a look at in this particular reading. I mean, I have a page full, as usual, of scribbled notes all over the place. But I'm going to use the Trip and Wait and Tripping Wait Extra, which means I'm doing a house reading, but I'm going to do a house reading on two of the players here. I'm starting to even question whether the blanket fort in Mar-a-Lago, the photos of the so-called ballroom, oh please, at Mar-a-Lago, the blankets for the most recent launching, I'm starting to question if they are actually photographs from the recent launching, or whether they were stock photographs from the Venezuela catastrophe. The reason why I'm asking is that the same guy seems to be peering through the curtain in the background. Some of the same players are there in the same positions. The chart on the screen or whatever has changed, but that's an easy AI adjust. But the phones are still unplugged. Now, you'd think from the first one, with the absolute flogging that they got about, well, it was so fake because the phones weren't even plugged in, that they would have got it right the second time round. So I'm really starting to question whether that was even a photograph from this latest escapade, or whether it was a stock photo, especially given the felon's speech. Again, it's on Keith Edwards. And then when he arrived back at the White House and reporters were asking him questions as he was crossing the lawn, all he basically said was, wow, look at those amazing statues, and kept walking, or something to that effect. I don't know that he's loony bin's still there. In fact, speaking of loony bins, I am actually getting the pull that Hegs, not drunk, possibly drunk, but I'm actually getting that he has entered a certifiable mania. But I'll have a look at Hegs in a minute. So I've got the really, really, really fat deck going. Now, someone did say, why are you reading the cards off the bottom without shuffling? I shuffle off screen, which is why sometimes I bring you down to show you that I'm shuffling. And if you can see my hands doing this while I'm chatting away, I am shuffling. So, I do apologize that you felt that I was stacking the deck, but no. However, I did glimpse the devil there just pop his head out. So from somewhere, rah-rahing from the White House. I am going to say I have just pulled this out. No, I didn't put it there deliberately. It was just as it came out of the boxes. Some sort of rah-rah announcement from the White House that people aren't buying, and we are absolutely in uncharted territory. Now, I heard a rumour that Johnson had said that he won't be calling the House back for a week or something, but I can't find anything to confirm it. So we'll just see how that goes. But I want to have a look at now. The reason why I'm asking is Denise Knight had been picking up with her cards for days now that there was some sort of emergency surgery, remembering that there is a full surgical unit in the White House, in Air Force One, and probably even set up at Mar-a-Lago. This person does not want for medical care. Back up against the wall, not some sort of huge announcement, and we've got the Sun card. Back up against the wall, a huge collective awakening announcement and the Sun card there. What I want to ask about though is, I'm just going to put them down for a minute so my hands are free. The photograph that came out of his neck. Now, the White House has made, that could be the White House declaration that nobody's buying because they're all walking away, are saying, oh, it's a topical cream that he's using as a preventative medicine, as a preventative. I want you all to go and have a look at neck bruising for a thrombectomy. Now, what is a thrombectomy, you ask? It is the removal of a blood clot from an artery or vein to restore blood flow to vital organs, including the brain. Now, the reason why I went, my mind just went whoo over to that, I've actually had a family member, not a close one, but a family member who had to have emergency surgery to remove a clot from her whatever artery that was going to the brain. Now, my guys just showed me that family member, and I completely forgot that they had that. And they showed me that family member. And post-surgery, because I had gone to hospital to just check, see how she was going post-surgery. And this is years ago. And led me to sort of go, okay, well, what's that actually called? And then when I looked at what it's actually called, I went, okay, neck bruising from a thrombectomy. And if you have a look at that, yeah, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. There's a couple of specific photographs of the same region of the neck, and I'm just putting it out there. I think that that's what he's had. He's had an emergency thrombectomy. He was missing for a couple of days post the STUF, where he would have been absolutely hyped up on yippee beans, adrenaline, whatever else. And that is seriously not good. But like all sorts of vascular surgery, they sort of go in, whip it out, and it's all over and done with. So you don't have extended recovery periods like you do with, like a hip replacement or something like that. Okay, so I mean, I had dermoid cysts removed in day surgery and sent home that afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. So it does happen. So I just want to have a quick look. Is what I'm feeling about this correct? It's a big fat deck, really hard to shuffle. Did the orange twerp have a thrombectomy? Oh, what's that that's flipped over there? Right? Naivety, gift from the past, something from the past. Okay, I'll just pop it back randomly as I tend to do. Did the orange twerp have a thrombectomy? The high priestess, secrets being revealed. I'll keep that one out. Did, okay, you want that one. My guides always tell me when there's a card they want to go on the top. Okay, the High Priestess. Yep, they're keeping something hidden, keeping secrets hidden. Think it'll come out, hopefully. And then the Hermit. Again, keeping something hidden, keeping something isolated. Oh my goodness, and they showed, just talking about the supposed war room, they had Shady. And if you're wondering who Shady is, it's JD of the 10 Names. Supposedly in the holding, a war council in the White House. It was a hideous photograph. He looked bloated. He looked slothful. He looked um, uh, just, it was awful, awful. It was obviously staged, but it was an awful photo, and it was the only one there was, from what I can find. So this is again part of trying to set up the takeover. But the High Priestess, two major arcanas, which to me are yes cards as well. Something being kept hidden, the challenge is keeping it hidden. The challenge is to keep it hidden. Okay, the Foundation, the Moon card being revealed. The energy that they're stewing in. First of all, the lunacy that the orange twerp is spouting out there. But the moon card's also about, it's a secrecy card again. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3 major arcana secrecy cards that are yes cards. In the past, yes. Ill health. Now this isn't a yes card because it's a minor arcana, but a minor card. But yeah, ill health. And was he on the operating in the operating theatre? I think that might be a yes. Swords can mean truth, they can mean legal, but for me they also mean skill and knowledge, like as in skilled knowledge, and they can also mean like a surgeon or something like that. So in the past, yeah, I'm going to say he has. And if you want more confirmation, because there are, being an extras deck, there are a lot of doubles, some even triples and quadruples of particular cards. This is the new version of the card. These are the extras cards, and these are the extras cards, and these are the old style cards. So you can see the difference in how they look. But again, sorry, get that round the right way. Double confirmation, yes. The High Priestess again, secrets, keeping something secret. Okay, immediate future, the Queen of Swords. Who is this Queen of Swords? Is this the behind the scenes surgeon? Is this a new strategy that's being formulated behind the scenes due to the childish nature of what is currently being put out there? Immediate future. This could be even more surgery. Let's see where it goes. Right, we have looking at the options, and none of them are good with that Eight of Pentacles. The health is poor, looking at the options, none of them are good. It's also, these pentacles are on a, let's say, a medicinal tree. I would say he's been highly medicated. Internally, we've got the King of Wands. Some sort of announcement being made, declaration being made, action being taken. Let's see where this goes. Hopes and fears, thinking they've got all their cups lined up in a row, but be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. But, right, trying to keep the information hidden is the outcome with that Four of Pentacles. Five of Cups. They can't recover it. He's not recovering. And the Queen of Pentacles, keeping this protected. The Empress. A lot of information coming out quickly with the Eight of Wands. And then the Ten of Wands. And then we've got the vascular issue. The Empress can be a nurturing, healing, can also, the flip side is slothful and lazy. I think this is about, he's not recovering. They're trying to get him upright again, but they just can't with that Ten of Wands and the Three of, and then we've got Page of Wands, an announcement, and then the King of Swords coming forward, a new strategy. So I think this is formulating a new plan next to this, looking at the options. Okay, what have I got on the bottom? The false victory, the Guru, the Ace of Pentacles, big news coming out, and the Hermit. An investigation, trying to keep things under wraps, but an investigation coming forward as false victory, Guru. Okay, my guides are guiding me towards is the fact that the health is literally dripping through their fingers, and they're trying to keep it under wraps. Oh. They're trying to keep it under wraps. Okay, let me leave that one there. The other person I want to have a look at is, I'm going to just pause you while I check my deck because there were some cards upside down, but that's just poor shuffling. Hang on a sec. Okay, back again. And I'll bring you down so you can see that I will be shuffling these. I'm just going to put it out there because a lot of people, don't you read reversals when they come out? No, I don't actually. My very, very first mentor, who was Steve, and I mentioned Steve the other day, had said to me when I first started out that there are enough negative cards in the deck that you'll get the message without having to read reversals. And so that's just how I've always done it. So I'll bring you down and you can see that I am shuffling these cards, and they are, oh, what have I got? 2 twos of cups. Somebody's working together. I won't say across the aisle. This could be, and then the Ace of Swords. So something to do with working together in regards to the medication or health. And then we've got the Moon and the Burden. Okay, but what I want to have a look at is Hegs. I was unpacking the dishwasher as one does. Shock, horror, water being involved again. And I got very clearly, my guides, the wording they used was Hegs is insane. He has gone insane. Now, Hegs, I'll just put those down for a minute. Hegs is gone right down this wackadoodle religious path where he's declared war against Islam, which is a religion. It's not a country, it's a religion. So basically, what he's done is he's declared war on something like 39 countries as a minimum. However, Islam is everywhere in the world. It is not a country, it is a religion. It's like declaring war on the orange twerp on Muslims. It is a religion. It is not a country. It is not a specific area of people. Anyhow, that's aside the point. Well, not really. It is part of the point. So he's gone down this. My guys just keep going. He's gone insane, insanity. I'm tempering it by saying he's actually gone certifiable. And what is happening is that this regime is using the US military as a personal mercenary army to go after their personal vendettas or their personal their personal targets. So I'm going to bring you back down. I'm going to keep shuffling, and I just want to ask about Hegs. Is Hegs says, now you notice he wasn't in either of the White House or Mar-a-Lago supposed war rooms, because the one when the Venezuelan one, he was just off his rocker. So show me, is what do we need to know about Hegseth as the leader of the military? And I hate to say it, this regime has brought what is happening on itself. It has made its bed. It is its to own. They bought it. They paid for it. They deal with it. Really, really disgusted that Starmer, Albanese and Rutte all came out supporting this illegal action. But let's have a look. Hegseth. Has Hegseth gone certifiable? Has Hegseth gone certifiable? Has Hegseth gone certifiable? What do we need to know about Hegs? Okay, let's have a look. The Ace of Cups. Yep. Emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, challenged by delusional. Delusions of grandeur. I'm just going to say yes, he has. Delusions of grandeur. Oh boy. The regimes, the US's head Department of Defense guy is insane. Okay. Seven of Cups, the challenge. Foundation, the Tower. Now this particular tower hasn't been struck by lightning. It's not physically crumbling to the ground. It is underwater. Emotions. Water is emotions. Now we've got 3 water cards so far, but this one is just delusional in the clouds. Emotionally overwhelming. The tower, crumbling underwater. Where do we go? In the past, back up against the wall, desperately trying to defend himself, has a bandage around his head. Yeah, paranoia. I mean, if this isn't a paranoia card, I have no idea what is. Well, there are more, 9 of Swords is a paranoia card as well. But yeah, this is paranoia. This is fighting shadows. Oh boy. Crowning the reading, Ten of Swords. He's done. He is done. Put a fork in him. He might do something so stupid he ends up taking himself out. He's done. Ten of Swords. And then we've got the Four of Swords. Immediate future. Rehab, recovery perhaps. Lobotomy. Four of Swords in the immediate future. Externally for him, the Ten of Wands. We've gone from the Nine of Wands in the past to the Ten of Wands in the future. Externally for him, it is overwhelmingly too much. He is unqualified. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He thought it was just all a game, and all of a sudden it's real. The 3-day war has suddenly turned into 4, 5, 6 months, according to the latest announcements. Remind you of anybody with certain troops moving into a country, expecting it to be over in 3 days, with their dress uniforms packed, and 4 years later they're getting their asses handed to them. Oh boy. And so externally, Ten of Wands. Internally, Ten of Pentacles. It's over. It's done. He's toast. Right, hopes and fears. The ship's sailing. The plan, the ships were put out. The hopes and fears are the ship's going to come back in again. Let's see the outcome. Knight of Cups, the false knight. Six of Swords, getting out of dodge. Ten of Cups, thinking they've got it all lined up but not working. You've got the Six of Wands, the false victory. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, those that are feathering their nests through contracts and agreements with the lovers. And it is Wheel of Fortune. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for, again, this Nine of Pentacles. Lost a hat, all of a sudden the sun's gone down. Just seeing what's coming up. Naivety, Page of Cups, gift from the past, packed up and gone. Yeah. I'm just going to put it out there. Yeah, I think Hegs he'll be around for a bit. But he, is way out of his depths, doesn't have a clue what he was doing. He thought it was just to go into the makeup room and put a few dabs on his nose and make some sort of announcement as if it was he was playing Call of Duty in his bedroom. Not actually playing with real people and real people's lives. Yeah, Nine of Swords. I'm going to leave that there, Nine of Swords, and then as I pick up the deck, the Four of Swords on the bottom. Yep. Hegs is, I won't even say he's out for lunch, he's beyond that. My guides are telling me he is literally has gone insane. Probably functional insanity, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Deep breath. This is the last act. We're nearly there. Love you all. Take care.